So, ladies and gents, are you running a landscaping company and you're tired of buying leads, tired of competing on prices, tired of an inconsistent revenue months, tired of relying on referrals, and finally, you're tired of working with marketing agencies that make bold promises but flat out to deceive? If this is you, then in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact AI growth playbook the top 1% of landscapers are using to close 15 to 100K deals like these on a weekly and monthly basis. So here we have Danny got 70 estimates, 12 jobs, just under 110,000 lows in revenue. We have also Danny here just shared us a few of a few photos of him on the job, right? Also, we have Peter, 80K in revenue and another 80 to 100K in projected revenue within 12 weeks. We have Mark, 137K in new revenue plus 4K in new contracted monthly maintenance jobs, right? We also have Johnny, 96K in new revenue plus another 30 to 55K in projected revenue within like 2 months. All right. So quick backstory. So I know what you're wondering. You're saying to yourself, who's this 20-something-year-old kid? What the fuck does he know? And why should I trust him to help me grow my company, right? Which is fair if you ask me, but I can confidently tell you that I don't know any 40, 50, 60-year-olds that are actually innovating in the space right now, right? But to give you a quick backstory on who I am, I'm Valentinous. I'm a 22-year-old college dropout. And for the last 3 years, I've been helping companies grow their revenue leveraging AI, right? So I started back in 2022 with e-com brands, then switched to local companies in 2023, where, we've been since ever. And we've been getting our landscaping clients amazing results, such as Danny, a 67K job, an outdoor luxury design project. And I'll touch up on this more in the video, right? Let's go. So the actionable AI game YouTube can play, which is the novel way, which we call Growth OS. No, I get it. It's easy to look at what the top 1% are doing and think, well, that's out of my league. But what most people don't realize is that the same systems that these companies are using to scale, the same AI playbooks and infrastructures that they use to automate their sales, follow-ups, and scheduling are not accessible to smaller operators too. The only difference is how they're being applied. And that's exactly what I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to show you today a simple plug and play way for everyday landscapers to start leveraging the same AI the top 1% are actually been using it for the last few years, right? So let's go. Let's go into this lucid breakout. So before I get into what the top 1% of companies are doing, I want to touch upon quickly what they aren't doing and what the other 99% of landscapers are doing, right? So this is most landscapers out there, right? They're doing less than 500K in annual required revenue, and their current state is they lack predictability even in regards to jobs due to referrals. Due to referrals being their main client acquisition channel, right? Now, what that leads to is inconsistent revenue months, or inconsistent income, right? So some months they make 30 grand, some months they make 10 to 20 grand, right? What that leads to is a lot of control, right? Because how can you be in control of anything if the thing that's super important to your survival, i.e. resources, your income, you don't have any control over it, right? Also, what that leads to is no security. How can you be securing yourself as a person when you know that potentially next month you're going to make less than what you've made this month, right? Also, what that leads to is the fear of the unknown, fear of what the future holds. Like you can't wake up and be excited about going on the job, going to get projects because there's none in the pipeline, right? Which is your referral sources haven't given you a project in the last few months, right? So I want to contrast this to what the top 1% are actually doing. And these companies, they're making at least 2.5 million plus in annual recurring revenue. And this is their desired state, right? So the first thing is referrals isn't their main acquisition channel, which leads to revenue months are actually consistent, right? Also, which leads to they can hire better talent to scale the company, right? Also, they have higher profit margins, which can be easily be reinvested back into growth of the company, right? So it's like a flywheel that they have going on, right? Now, to get to where they're at, I want to break down what they've been doing, right? So the first thing that they have is an attention mechanism. The second thing that they have is a demand generation system. And the third thing that they have is a conversion mechanism, right? These are the three things that we're going to be touching on today, right? So the first thing is you want to be getting anywhere from 100 to 1,000 of your ideal customers learn about you every single day. Once you figure that out, once you built a system that does that, you need a demand generating system, right? So you need to be able to get anywhere from 10 to 20 of your ideal customers being interested in what you do, and you need them to become leads, and you need them to be qualified, right? Once that's done, you then can go to the conversion mechanisms, right? So ideally, you want to be getting 3 to 5 estimates every single day. With that, you should be aiming for another 1 to 2 projects per week, right? Now, what we've learned is, okay, this is what they're doing. So we actually built something to replicate this, right? So we built a content playbook that goes, finds the most popular videos within our client's industry, specifically landscaping, right? And recreate those videos, right? So we've built a playbook for that, right? We also built a playbook for ads. So if you want to get 100 leads every single month, 100 of your ICP every single month, your ID customer profile, 100 qualified leads every single month, we've built a playbook for that. If you want to get 30 leads every single month, qualified leads every single month, we've built a playbook for that. If you want to get 29 of your ideal customers during that buying every single month, we've also built a playbook for that, right? We also built a playbook for that as well. So yeah, let's continue. Let's go. So once you have an attention mechanism built, then you need to talk, okay, how can we get these people from attention into leads, into interested people that are qualified? So we also built a playbook for this, right? So here you see a bunch of appointments or a bunch of leads entering into our class funnel, right? We've been able to track this like a hawk, right? The third thing we can then do is, once we've moved from the attention mechanism to the demand generation mechanism to now the conversion mechanism, okay, now can we get our clients 3 to 5 estimates every single day? How do we do this? Okay, we need people to be booking estimates. We need people to be booking appointments, right? Once that's done, this is something that it looks like, right? Now, once that's done, this is the impact of having such a system, right? This is literally the impact of what the system leads to, right? So you have Brandon here that had added 32K in new revenue plus new monthly maintenance contracts, right? You also have Jennifer, who added 200K in closed deals within 2 months, with another 7 jobs still in the pipeline, right? Again, once you have something like this in place, now you can be like, okay, how much am I spending? How much, like, what does success look like, right? So now you can know, okay, we spent $1,500. Okay, we got 156 leads. We got 80 qualified leads. We got 27 booked estimates. We got a cost per lead of $12. We got a cost per qualified lead of $20. We got a cost per estimate of $88, right? Once you've built an amazing system on the back end, you can then start tracking everything like this, right? And then you start having conversations that look like this, right? This is an AI agent that we built on. You start having conversations that look like this. After send us a few things just so we can't show everything. But yeah, you start having conversations that look like this every single day, right? And yeah, there's a lot more where that came from, but I just can't touch upon everything because we have to censor a few of the data that we have because of privacy reasons from our clients, right? But yeah, let's get all right. So let's talk about AI specifically in landscaping and what the experts are actually saying. So recently, I've been watching a few podcasts from guys within the space that have scaled their own landscaping companies to millions of dollars in annual recurring revenue. Now they're actually giving away insights about it. So one of them is the Lean Landscaper podcast. Another one is $1 Million Landscaping podcast, and another one is AI for beginners, right? And I was listening to these podcasts about, okay, they're inviting people on to speak about the impact of AI and the different AI solutions you can be integrating into your landscaping company, right? So yeah, the expert are actually backing this up. So you don't want to be left behind. So let's continue. All right, so now let's talk about this. So an invitation for a selected few, right, to become a partner with us. Right. So if you believe that continuing to do things the old way, relying solely on referrals and word of mouth is what's keeping you from experiencing the freedom that comes with a predictable flow of jobs and income, and you're ready to finally experience what it feels like to operate by the top 1% of your industry, please capture most of revenue, then I'd like to invite you to book a call with myself or one of our advisors using the link down below, right? On the call, we'll walk you through how the system works, what implementation looks like, and the exact investment required. If it makes sense for you, we'll get you ready to move forward, and we'll get started right away, right? Now, our goal isn't to work with everyone. We only partner with 5 to 7 landscaping companies per month. not because we want to be the cheapest or the biggest, but because we want to deliver the best possible results for each client we work with. So you've probably worked or dealt with agencies that overpromised on the deliver and filled your pipelines with local leads that never turn into actually real high paying jobs, right? Our mission is different. We're here to bridge the entire gap from generating interest to qualifying serious leads to helping you consistently close profitable projects. So with the demand that Acquireleverage-io receives on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, it's impossible for us to work with everyone. And literally, this is our calendar right now. So you can't fulfill an unlimited amount of business since we prioritize our partner success and results. You only work with people that don't want to waste any more time and are ready to invest in this massive opportunity, not only for the business, but the lives of them and their families, right? If that's you and you've been looking for this, then go ahead, schedule your call, and we'll see you on the inside. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I'll see you on the inside.